Hey, what's up guys? So, there's a new firmware update that just came out for both the Escort Max360 and the Max360c. Both of the detectors receive two updates, actually the same two updates. The first update has to do with addressing the K-band lockup issues to where you could just be driving around and your detector could actually lock up when it detects a K-band signal. This fix is going to be both to the Max360 and the 360c. According to Escort though, they're saying that this doesn't look like it's going to be a complete fix and there may actually require an additional firmware update to fully resolve the issue. But over just the past day or so, people are reporting that it definitely does look like an improvement, and it seems to be addressing a lot of the lockup issues that people are seeing so far, so definitely a step in the right direction. Now, the second update is going to be to add compatibility with Escort's new ZW5 wireless laser jammer. So for those of you guys who want to get Escort's wireless laser jammers, or shifters as they like to call them, same thing. With the new firmware update, you're going to be able to control and interface your wireless jammers with your windshield mount radar detector. So those are the two updates that you'll find for both detectors. The K-band lockup fixes as well as the ZW5 integration. Now, if you want to go to update the detector, of course, you can just go to Escort's website, download detector tools, plug the detector into your computer, and you install it that way. Now, when you go to actually do the update, the firmware update version is going to vary depending on which detector you have and also which version of the detector that you have. So, for example, with the Max360, if you have the original version of the Max360, this latest firmware update is going to be version 1.7. For those of you guys who have a newer version of the 360 with the updated Bluetooth chip, just to simplify the pairing process with Escort Live, that is going to update to version 1.4. If you have the original version of the Max360, you have a serial number 79 is what it starts with. That'll update to 1.7. If you have the newer version of the 360, the serial number will start with 85, and that firmware version will be 1.4. Now, if you have a 360c, in that situation, the latest version of this firmware is going to be 1.2. So the firmware number version actually varies depending on what detector and what version of the detector that you have. A quick note about the 360c, for those of you guys who have that, that detector of course can update itself over Wi-Fi. There's been another issue actually to where the detector has been trying to update itself every time you start up the detector, but then it fails when it actually tries to do the update. But every time you start up the car and power it up, it says, hey, there's an update available. Try to update. Doesn't work. Womp womp. Escort has finally seen that, yes, that's an issue on their end. That's going to be addressed on their end, so that should be fixed. Now, as far as this new update, that's going to be available for the Max360c over Wi-Fi, of course, as well. One of the benefits of getting the newer version of the detector, it can update itself. The firmware update is going to come out first over the computer, and then about a day or two later, Escort is going to release it over Wi-Fi. So it's going to be available in both versions, but computer a day or two earlier. Other than that, I'm going to post down in the video description links to where you can go to download the update software, the discussion on both RDF as well as Escort's forum about all the new updates and people's experiences and whatnot. How is it working? Is it an improvement? Does it affect BSM filtering or performance? All that kind of stuff. Seeing what sorts of changes and improvements it has. I'll put links to where you can pick up the detectors or the wireless jammers or basically any sort of discussion or relevant information, as always, will be down in the video description. So awesome. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.